Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another Market Mates episode. It's good to be back with you guys here. Late February. Market is obviously still bleeding overnight. Classic Sunday night price action. Classic Monday morning, where a lot of people love to dump the market. Craig, mate, how are you going? NFTs have received a bid in the bear market. What is happening? I can't believe it. I'm making money. I'm having fun on NFTs. It takes me back to even like 2022, 2023. Oh, dude, is my mic on the wrong one again? Why does it do that, bro? It literally changes to the mic on the camera, and the camera mic is horrendous. So thanks for the head. To Ben. Good to see Ben. It's been a while since I've seen Ben on the show. Good to see him. Brad, good to see you back every day, Ledger. Appreciate you. Craig, mate, how you going today on this? Yeah, look, it's not fine today. So this overcast Monday.
Yeah, dude. Happy Monday, everyone. Happy Sunday for the Americans in the room. Hello, mates. Yeah, I'm good, dude. Nice to be here. It was a great weekend, dude. I kicked back. I had some old school rock set pumping yesterday. The family is out, so I was putting on some cheesy 80s, 90s, 2000 tunes and cooking, and it was a good day, dude. It was nice. Stepped away from the market. I just did a bit of shit posting, as everyone would have saw. That was pretty fun. But the main thing that got me going was NFTs, man. Really cool to have something to talk about, for one, that's positive. Yeah. And two, I really enjoy NFTs. I think they can be a lot more positive than meme coins, I find. The communities rally pretty hard, and unfortunately for NFTs, they've had a pretty bad go for a while now. So we haven't seen excitement on that timeline for so long for NFTs. And it's nice to see artists come to the forefront. It's nice to see collectors stepping up. I guess nice to see people burning money like we tend to do. But I like it as a change of pace from meme coins, dude. We can talk a lot more about it, but I mean, I'm not going near many memes at the moment, so it's nice to have something else to talk about, do, and just look at some art, I guess, as cheesy as that sounds. So no, happy days. I'm happy. I like NFTs, dude. Always been close to my heart. And when they pump, I sort of feel like quite often that with meme coins, I find Coles had such a stranglehold on them.
Yeah.
NFTs, I find at the moment anyway, the Coles are a bit slow to come. So at the moment, I think it'll be a little bit more organic than meme coins, I'm going to say. So the Coles are going to come, and I think we can talk about this in a minute. But how you actually, we'll go back to you, Gritty. How was your weekend?
Good, mate. Good. I really stepped away. I'm revamping the GTG ecosystem, and that's nearly in its final stages. So it's just more about a few content educational pieces now for the community. So tightening up the books, tightening up a lot of like infrastructure in terms of behind the scenes for GTG and stuff, tighten up security, all that sort of stuff. So look, it's busy times. I really enjoyed the weekend because I stepped away. I played a lot of Call of Duty, to be honest. I'm playing Black Ops 6. I know it's not the latest one, but it's just the one I have. So yeah, look, I'm a big quick sniper on my console Xbox controller. So I was leveling up my snipers, and I've got gold on 2 out of 3. So I need my third one to get to gold, and then I'll unlock diamond. So that's the goal. You know, you got to have little goals in gaming and have a bit of fun. We started watching Dark, dude, on Netflix. It's like a time travel show. It's epic, dude. It's in German. Really it's really good. It's in German, so you got to read unless you watch it dubbed, which we don't really like watching it dubbed, but it is really good because like it just gets you thinking, and it's like holy, like different characters and stuff. You're like, wow, okay. So finish season 1. There's only 2 more seasons to go after finishing Better Call Saul. So for me, it's look, it was nice to step away. Went for a swim. Like the beach was lovely. My wife did fall over during a run though. I went for a 4K run. I struggled. She went for a smaller run with our dog, and she fell over and really hurt her knee. So busy weekend, man. Busy weekend. We're in the final stages of settling our house payments and stuff as well. So it's all happening, man. It's all happening. A lot happening behind the scenes. Yeah,
that's a lot, especially with the house. That's pretty big purchase stuff, eh? It's pretty stressful.
Yeah, exactly. Congrats to Brad with the silver trade. I'm also in a silver trade on Hyperliquid thanks to Nicki inside GTG. No way am I up 1,000% though. I'm up 56%, which is good. But I've been cooking. I've only had 2 trades on my Hyperliquid account, and I'm literally up. I don't even know. I'm up 10% on Hyperliquid already. I moved $5,000 across, and it's up to 5,500. So love it. Hyperliquid's so good, Craig. I actually think that's maybe the best place to to maybe trade on chain, because you can trade perps or across not only crypto, but silver and gold and Google and Amazon and copper and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's good, man. It's good. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it.
I need to get over there.
I'll send you the link. You get a 4% discount with my code. So I'll say
bring it on. Yeah, chuck it up. I will. I need to look at that. I need to start exploring that ecosystem.
Yeah, no, highly recommend it. All right, chat.
I'm trying to share all our shite, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, I know, 100%, 100%. Yeah, this new X layer, and Nikita's coming out again, which I've got another topic to talk about. So, yeah, look, we'll kick it off. We'll dive straight into the show, guys, today. So we'll have a look at the moment. So here's my silver trade. That's a shout out to Nigma and GTG for sharing this one. So really nice inverse head and shoulders breakout trade. Already taking some profits yesterday. And yeah, wanting it to hit this TP up here. Look, I do think this could potentially go higher, but for me, I'm happy to take it at this previous high over here. So yeah, I'm literally up, like, I put $5,000 in my account and I'm up $500 already. So I'm up 10%. That's pretty good, and that's just from 2 trades, 1 gold trade and 1 silver trade. So gotta love it. Gotta love it. But very easy ecosystem to take part on a hyperlink. I cannot believe I faded it for this long. So silly. So silly. Anyways, moving on to trending topics, guys. As we just said, Nikita says that we are launching disclosure features on X as of this current week. Now, this is really interesting. I put this up this morning, basically just saying this is normal. All the complainers on CT really need to stop worrying about this, because literally on Instagram, it has a feature. YouTube has a feature. Like X, it's no surprise that X hasn't had a feature for a long time. And a lot of these marketing companies and whatnot have probably manipulated this. And a lot of the creators have manipulated this because they do undisclosed deals or whatever's happening. The clear question for me, Craig, is how are they going to determine if something is a paid partnership or a paid ad or a potential partnership in general? Like for me, right? Like if I shill GTG, well, it's my business. Like I'm entitled to shill my business, right? But what happens if I get banned because I'm doing a paid ad when it's my business? Like how will they draw the lines, I suppose, of this?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I have a feeling you won't get in trouble for that because it's you shilling your own brand and you're not paying yourself per se to actually speak about it in that moment, if that makes any sense. Hopefully they clear that up, but I think that should be pretty easy for them to separate the two things. It will be okay. Bottom line, I think it's a good thing. I think for far too long it's been happening. You know about it. I know about it. We don't dabble in those sort of waters, but I know plenty that do, bro. Like, I want to say most, unfortunately. And it also just makes it a bit easier, you know, when you're writing a post and say it's someone who's partnered with you. It's always really tricky how to write that you've partnered with them with etiquette, with clarity, without damaging the post and making it look cheesy, right?
Yeah.
So that's always been a bit of a tough one.
Yeah.
Now, if you can just click, you know, something that says it's an ad and you're partnered with them and it's just a button you can click or something like that, I just feel like that's a whole heap easier now. What I mean by that is no decision to make in how to word it per se. Click it, it's an ad, everyone can see it front and center, and then at least it's uniform. Yeah. And I think what it allows X to do is then go after those that don't. Yeah. So if there's a precedent set and a standard that's required, now X can go, you're not doing it, ban, which I like, because I don't want people on there getting a 1% allocation of a meme coin, then going on there pretending it's organic, like we've seen for 3
or even these high net calls. Like I can say so much stuff that happens behind the scenes. Crazy what happens, but like the doctoring of visuals, I don't want to be an idiot about it. But I'm just saying there's so much that happens behind the scenes with these creators that like the common person doesn't even realize is like a paid post, a paid partnership, shilling for cash products, shilling for token supply, shilling for whatever it is. It's a disappointing industry that we have. And a lot of these people are undoxed. A lot of these people hide behind an anonymity, and then they call out people like me and Craig because we're apparently, doing the wrong thing. Like it's an absolute LARP fest on CT. And I think a lot of those idiots think they're famous as well. And I'm like, no, bro, you're literally a nobody. And if anything, you're probably so scared and insecure about who you are that you haven't even doxed yourself on CT. But anyways, moving on to better topics, Craig. Normies, you convinced me last week on the show on Friday. These were about $40 on the show, so they were up about 3x still to now today. They went up to about 4x over the weekend. So this is arguably probably the most hyped out of a couple other collections, NFT sort of collections that we've seen in a long time, where performance has been really nice. We've seen price go up. We've seen unique ownership go up 2% since Friday as well. I missed out at $40, but I got in at $50. I bought 5 at $50, and I have sold 2. I don't know if my third one has sold. Maybe it hasn't sold just yet. Oh, maybe it has sold just before. So maybe I sold my third one. Now I'm officially in profit. I'm writing for free. But Craig, how good is it to see not only NFTs do okay, and this is actually, and we'll talk about this shortly, how well ordinals are up, how much other ETH NFTs are up. Now, you got to remember, these are still very much down, but they are up significantly from the lows. But also engagement on crypto Twitter is so back, man. Like, NFT communities, NFT euphoria on the timeline is so much better, essentially, when NFTs are thriving. There's nothing better in crypto than NFTs, in my opinion. Like, a meme coin can be, as you said, shielded, manipulated, bundled, airdropped, and pump and dump within 2 hours, okay? NFT collections are so much superior to that, and I will always rejoice about NFT collections, Craig. So you talk about this. So where did you discover this? How did you know that this was doing okay? Talk to me about this.
Yeah, I put a post up the day before I bought them, and they came across my timeline, and I was like, oh, pixel art normally goes pretty well.
Yeah.
At first I was like, I'm not so sure about the art. A lot of the floor ones I didn't really like. And then it's just the classic example, and you know it's going to go well when you start hunting through them. Yeah. And you're like, okay, that's actually pretty good. That one's pretty good. So you can find little diamonds in the rough. So even though I didn't really love some of the floor ones, I was like, there are ones I can see that people will go for. Mm-hmm. And then I put a post up, like I said. So I put a post up and they're about $20. And I just said, hey guys, I see a lot of this on the timeline. How you all feeling about this? And the post got like crazy engagement. Like, I was like, what the? So I could feel there was just like a thirst for NFTs and like a bubbling of excitement of people that held these. And I was like, for a post to just go gangbusters off an NFT question, I haven't had NFTs go on my timeline go crazy for a while. So I was like, okay, there's something here.
Yeah.
And then on the show, I think I bought my first one at 35. I spoke to you about it. They actually dipped when we first spoke on the show. I think they went down to 33.
Yeah.
And then it was just like the snowball, right? Within the time that I put the post on about it. And then the next day I said I might buy some. And again, my post got slammed. I was like, this is just too many people. And then, like I said on the show, I saw a lot of rares starting to pop off. So there were a lot of, back then, they're higher now. There was a 2K sale today, which is good, but they were going for about, the rares were going for about 200-300, which is about 10x the floor. So I was like, well, wait a minute. If people are eating up the rares, the floors normally meet. So normally what happens in my experience with NFTs, people buy the rares. I'm not entirely sure why. But then floor will bounce quite hard to meet that demand because people don't want to spend that money. So I noticed those rares going, and there was about a rare selling about once every 10 minutes for about 2, 3, sometimes 500. As soon as I saw that happening, I was like, okay, people are dropping like quite decent money on these now. They're not going to let it die. No. So then I jumped in, obviously spoke about it, and then they did a 4x from there. And now they're on a bit of a pullback. I think the other thing with me was I posted this about in GTG, and I spoke about this on stream maybe last week or the week before. Just normally when Bitcoin goes sideways, NFTs run. So the same happened with puppets. This time in the space now reminds me a little bit of puppets. It's a little bit earlier, admittedly, when puppets came around. Bitcoin was starting to move up from the bottom, and it had really started to move north. So this is earlier, I think, in the market than then. But dude, I could be wrong here, bro. Maybe 60 was the bottom. Like,
we'll talk about that. Let's talk about that shortly. But yeah, keep going.
Unfortunately, what I'm saying right now would kind of indicate that we're in a bit of a bottom for now. I think I'm hesitant to say that, but it feels like that now. And it just took me back to that moment of puppets. And I was like, man, people are bored. People want to gamble. I mean, you hit me up last week why I bought them. And I was like, I wanted to feel something as well. And I think other people want to feel something. I think people are a bit sick of meme coins, man. I am.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm so over it, dude. I'm so over all the bundles, the snipers, the insider deals, the calls. I mean, people could call you and me calls, I'm sick of the calls, dude. I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of the lies and the undisclosed deals. The good thing about NFTs, when they pop off, just like puppets did, you know why puppets seem so hard? Because none of the retard calls could see it coming, dude. They can't predict metas. They can. What I find about calls, let me go on a rant. What I find about calls, and this goes for all the top ones too, not all of them, some of them, and some of them on the timeline now talking about ordinals, wink, wink. They talk like a, what's the word I'm looking for? A narrator about metas, but they don't call metas. So they don't call the meta, they call it when it's happening and they start talking about it, but they don't have their finger on the pulse. They've completely lost touch. A lot of calls, when they get quite big, lose complete touch with reality. They don't have their finger on the pulse. The only thing they have their finger on is brand deals. So so if you look at people's timelines, have a look at who's calling metas early and who's just going along with the flow, and you'll see a difference. I would rather back the people that call things early than just go with the flow and comment on current, like the news. They like the news, right? Oh, there's a pump here. It's like, well, that doesn't help anyone. So I think NFTs are great for the moment. This will change with NFTs because eventually what's going to happen, I think, is you're going to start seeing more and more mints come now because these are popping off. So you're going to see, basically the time to get out, guys, is when you start seeing derivatives of derivatives. That's your signal that this has gone too far. And that happened with puppets, right? Puppets had derivs of derivs of derivs of derivs. They actually were the extreme case, and when there must have been 10 derivs of them before it ended. I think you're going to see NFT mints start to pop. Then you're going to see derivs, and then it's over. How long this goes for, I don't know, but I'm enjoying it, and I think it's a great opportunity for normal people to go and buy a $20 NFT. Maybe
exactly. It's so cheap, bro. Yeah.
You can get in now, man. You can get in and you can put up your one on X, put up your picture. You're going to have 100 people comment and vibe with you. You'll grow your brand if you call yourself a brand. I got a lot of followers from normies, bro. Like 200 in about 36, probably about 3 days. So for me, that's
literally a cheat code. It's a cheat code. If you're part of NFTs, if you're in the community, connect with people. That is literally a cheat code to growing on X is NFT communities, 100%.
It's been great to see. And what was really cool to see, like Cirque from NFTs, I didn't even realize this. I went to DM to try to get him on the show. I will just say that he's not big on streams, but he's going to have a think about it. So quite often artists you'll find aren't really big on live streams. And I get that, that's not their thing. Perhaps they aren't the best at speaking. Coming on stream's hard. I mean, people watch us and probably think everyone could do this. And I think everyone can, but it does take time.
You do forget. Yeah.
It is quite, and it's embarrassing, dude. I remember when I first used to jump on spaces, you couldn't even see my face. I remember one time I started a space in 22, freaked out because no one joined. Then one person joined and I was too scared to talk and I canceled it. So
it's funny. I feel the same. Like it gets you out of your shell for sure, out of your comfort zone. But once you unleash, like once you can let go of that, dude, it's crazy how you have so much upside, in my opinion. You really do. Like, so yeah, shout out to Zerk. We've been following each other for a while as well, Zerk. So it'd be cool to have him on. He obviously doesn't have to dox himself either. Like
I did say that. I said you could just come on 15 minutes. Oh, basically all I want to know is explain the project.
Yeah, the law. Yeah, what is the law? Talk to us.
What I was saying is funny. I went to message him to say, hey, bro, let's catch up. And there was messages from like 22 when him and me were discussing NFTs back in 22. And he had done a couple of mints. So he messaged me going, hey, bro, this is back in 23. I've got this mint going. Do you mind supporting it? I was like, yeah. And I chilled it and he sold it out. That was back in 23. Yeah, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, he's going to have to come on the show now. Like, I helped you mint out a collection 23. Surely you'll remember. And luckily it keeps all the old things you wrote. Yeah. And he was cool, dude. He's like, hey, brother, what's up? So the cool thing I find about NFT artists is they're probably a lot easier to get hold of than meme coin devs, which often don't want to dox because they're doing shady shit. Like, whereas artists love people like you and me. And the reason is because we help their art get seen by the world. And I quite enjoy giving them a platform to show off their passion. Whereas a dev, bro, of a meme coin, I don't know how much passion they have because these devs are launching 1,000 a week. So they launch 1,000 of them, one hits, one sticks, the other 999 go to zero and they don't give a shite, dude. I don't like that much. There's no care factor. Whereas artists, bro, they probably care too much. So big shout out to the artists out there. I love what you do. I hope art gets a good run because I don't know. I just like seeing people's passions come to the forefront,
dude,
and not
how good
theirs.
is, yeah, 100% agree. But how good is NFTs pumping? Like it's more community based, right? It's more community
Very
based.
much so. And people can rally around things that look pretty. It's easy.
Yeah.
Art's so subjective as well. So like there's something for everybody. I just dig it, bro. I hope people, and I'm not just like saying this because I'm in NFTs at the moment. I really like them. Really like them.
No, well, let's talk on that because over the past week, we've seen a huge pump, a huge pump. You could have made literally 2x your money on some of these collections, right? So Craig and I are both up around 3 to 4x on Normies, which is an Ethereum-based NFT. We both got in around, 30 to $50. There's also another collection which I'll bring up, which went from absolute zero to currently $250, $230, sorry, now. But what we've also seen, Craig, is a huge pump in ordinals. Now, this is why we always speak about active trading on this channel. Now, if you're holding these down, then naturally, you're not really caring about this because it's down 90% from all-time highs and it's only up 40% off the lows, but it's still down 86% from your highs, for example, right? But this is why we speak so frequently and try to help you guys understand that if you take more of an active approach to the markets, you can literally walk away with 2x's in the middle of a bear market. It's crazy what can happen if you just keep your finger on the pulse. Bear markets are full of opportunity, Craig. And that's why I've been so greedy, because you don't get this sort of stuff in a bull market. If anything, last year when everyone was super euphoric and Bitcoin hit new all-time highs, they went down. Like we tried to swing trade these from about 0.1 or puppets from 0.1 and they went nowhere. They went down to 0.01. So this is great to see, Craig. Now, did you buy the dip or are you still bag holding? What are you still bag holding? What do you think happens here? Is this just a little bit of a relief rally, a little bit of an NFT pump? And then are we going to continue down in the coming months? Talk to us about ordinals.
Well, I'm the exact example you explained about it buying 0.1 and bag holding. I've got two puppets. I bought them at 0.1. I've told the story before, so I'm pretty transparent. In fact, not pretty. I am very transparent. I bought them at 0.1. I set my sell, bro, at 0.25. They hit 0.24 and then dipped to 0.01. So I missed by 0.01. I missed my sale on 2.5xing to get more sats. And then what I did was I took no action and I thought these will bounce back. These will bounce back. And what really happened was I got distracted with trading meme coins predominantly, and then trying to navigate my way out of Bitcoin. It kind of took my eye off them. And by the time I looked back, they were like 0.03. And I was like, well, surely this is the bottom. Well, I can tell you guys now know that that wasn't the bottom. 0.01 was the bottom. So it went down like another 70%. Anyway, long story short, I hold 2 from 0.1. I've got a long way to go to get to break even. I mean, it's at 0.02 now, is it?
Yeah. How do I turn this back on crypto?
I know what it is. It's 0.0189, 0.018. So I need another 5x to break even. So I've got a long way to go, man. Whether that does that, I don't know. But I think I'll get an exit pump, and I'm now watching this pretty closely. I mean, looking at fib levels for the fib lovers in the room. Next fib level for
puppets. Yeah,
bro. I ran fibs on this back in 23, and funny enough, it
does work, bro. It's human psychology, and people will be like,
I know people are going to laugh, but it kind of works. Like it's a bit more wild than obviously if you're doing TA on Bitcoin. It's different, but it's still kind of work. It gives you levels to sell at, and that point, you know how people might ask, how'd you get 0.25? It was based on the fib level. So it actually fell just short, about 5% short of my fib.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Sorry, I was ready to sell 0.22, I think, from memory, 0.22, 0.24, something around there. So I was just short. Long story short, how long the survival will go, I don't know. I kind of need Bitcoin, I think, just to crab. I need it just to crab. I need it not to dump aggressively to like 40s. But if Bitcoin can just kind of chill here and bore people out, I think what I think's happening is I think people saw this as an opportunity to stack sats. So leverage Bitcoin, like what we did with Penguins. and our Ethereum-based NFTs. I think that's what's happening now. I'm in a couple of Bitcoin ordinals chats, and there's people out there, not so much the people in that group, but people, because I asked about it, and people are like, no, I think people are basically trying to get out of, how do I word this? They're trying to get more sats in a market that you can't really get more sats at. You can't swing trade Bitcoin, I guess that's what I'm trying to say at the moment.
Yeah.
For people that swing trade Bitcoin like me, some people, I guess, are coming here and trying to do it here. Now, will it work? I don't know. But like you said, if you caught the bottom of these, bro, you're up 2x.
Yeah.
I almost bought one yesterday, but someone sniped it. I was silly though. Although I wasn't silly, I wanted someone to get it. I put a post up yesterday saying, how's this one on the floor? Someone bought it. That's fine. They got a ripper one, dude. It was so sick. But I did almost buy one yesterday. I'm tempted to buy another just to get my buying price lower, but I just want to see how this price level below 0.02 holds, provided we sort of can just crab sideways for a bit. I think these pump again. Doesn't take much. Someone swept 136 of these 2 days ago.
Oh, puppets.
Yeah, 1 Bitcoin. They spent 1 Bitcoin.
Holy shit.
And they doubled the floor, bro. So it shows you how little is required to see these. So the floor doubled on there were 2 buys, 136 and 106, 2 people, I think.
Jesus.
So
that's crazy.
1 Bitcoin now. I was like, shit, you got balls, dude. Whoever that was.
I mean, how much money are you dealing with, bro, if you're selling 1 Bitcoin? Anyways.
More than me, man. Way more. But yeah, long story short, I think NFTs, they're looking great. Great to see Pudgy Penguins almost hit 10K. That
back to 10. Milady's nearly back to 3, 1.47 ETH.
Did you see the announcement about them, Milady's?
No, what happened?
So Milady's are getting a free, anyone who holds Milady's or something else gets a free mint, and they're Milady agents. So I've got to look into what those are. Don't know, bro, but people love a narrative and I love the word agents at the moment. So AI, Milady's, here we go. Yeah, Gorilla. Shout out to Gorilla. I got a follow from the big dog the other day. That was cool.
I've been following him for a while. Yeah, I like his kind. He's like us, just transparent, education, tutorials. Yeah, love it. Spread across different chains, free mint, but Milady's and Remilio holders get an upgraded mint, as will Eliza OS holders. Milady app, which is autonomous agent platform that lets you instantly deploy your own wallet-enabled AI agent to operate and earn across on-chain apps. Interesting, very interesting.
Yeah, so I didn't know what all this means, but this sort of narrative helps send things, you know, it's funny, right? You don't even have to understand it, and people FOMO in agents. Sounds like AI, I'll buy it. Like, yeah. I'm one of those retards. I'll buy based on not knowing too much about the tech, man.
Yeah. Well, they're up. Yeah, they're up about $800 in the past sort of few days. So love to see it, man. I mean, like you said, NFTs usually thrive when it's a trending range bound or like prices are not volatile. So Bitcoin's not really volatile now after doing a very volatile period over the past few weeks. So naturally, that's a great ecosystem, a great environment for NFTs to really have a bit of runway. And I mean, just again, the last comment on this is this mint here, Craig, was the first runner, of the NFTs. Okay, this launched.
This was the signal, wasn't it? This one.
This was, yeah. This launched in January at $1, and now it's worth $234. That's a 230.
I should have bought them, but I never would have.
That's a 230x. I don't like the art of these. Not to throw fuds. I just personally don't like the art of these. But 230x, can't complain with making money in crypto.
250x, I'll take it all day. No, the thing with me about these as well, not to fudder, I personally find them a bit same.
Yeah.
Like, what I mean is the faces. Look at the floor. The character for me, I hate saying this because I know artists put their passion into this, and it's nothing worse than a retailer like me critiquing your art.
Yeah, come on, Craig. Where's your collection, eh? Come on,
exactly. Jim. I don't have an arts degree either. I'm a scientist, not an artist, so I've got no creativity in me. But I guess what I'm saying is I didn't look at these and see myself. Sometimes I want to see something that resonates with me, and these just don't. God, now I'm an art critic. Hey?
Yeah, hold on. These resonate with Craig, guys. Just to reiterate, this resonates with Craig more than a yellow donut head thing.
Like a mandarin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's funny, isn't it? It's almost graceful. But I actually do prefer pixel art to those 3D ones. I don't know why. Maybe it's the 80s gamer in me. It just makes me, maybe it takes me back to my childhood, something like that. So I'm also not the biggest fan of 3D art. I don't know why. Like I'm like even like what was it, the GVC or whatever? Like that they are cool, but I don't know why. I don't know. I just like basic. I don't know. Can't explain. I guess you can't explain what you love, right? That's just how it is.
No, exactly. And yeah, everyone's unique. It's all subjective, and that's the important part. It's just hopefully the subjectiveness allows it to be bought. Yeah, to board so that other people can buy it, right?
I just hope enough other people like what I like, Greeny.
Yeah. Moving on, Craig, to something that could impact the crypto market and Ethereum more specifically is Vitalik continues to dump his Ethereum. He withdrew 3,500 ETH from Aave, which is a lending, a borrowing, a platform, obviously for DeFi on Ethereum. That is a lot of money, $7 million withdrawn. And so far, he's already sold 571 ETH, amounting to 1 million. This activity marks a significant move in the Ethereum market as Buterin's transactions are closely watched by investors and traders. Craig, do you think this is bearish for Ethereum long term if their founder is selling every single month?
Yeah, man, it's not great optics, eh? Like, and so much of it. Like, what I'd like to know, maybe if he came out and explained where, like, say he has to sell some Ethereum to be able to pay developers to continue to support the chain, that would make sense to me, because he could say, look, guys, I'm reinvesting back in all of us. But if he's buying a super yacht somewhere, that's a bit different. I don't know, but I don't think he's a super yacht type of guy.
No, I don't think he's that type of guy.
No, he's buying bloody cartoon pants and track pants and weird stuff, man. Like, I don't know what he's doing. But no, it's not great optics, is it? Yeah, it's kind of niggly, but he's done this, to be honest, he's done this all, as long as I've been in crypto. These are the headlines. Funny enough, these are the headlines that tend to come out towards the bear.
Yeah.
People slam him on this. I mean, he was probably doing this through the bull as well, but you just don't see it come to the headlines as much because people just don't care. They care when it's going down and he sells. So
yeah.
Maybe it's maybe he's just taking profits like the rest of us all should. So maybe we should take a leaf out of Vitalik's hat and also start to sell Ethereum. I don't know about selling it now, but maybe, because we could see 900. Maybe he thinks we're seeing a grand, Greeny.
Maybe, Craig. Maybe we will. That's the lesson that we'll talk about.
Maybe he's going to buy normies.
he did buy a Milady back in the day.
Yeah, I know. It's not crazy talk. Buy a Pudgy, you dirty dog, for God's sake. Support a blue chip.
It's actually crazy that he hasn't supported an NFT. It is interesting when you think about that. But he did buy
paid a lot of gas from it, or not him, the mine. Well, what do you call it? The miners.
The foundation.
So, the foundation.
Moving on to the next topic. Spot Bitcoin ETF notches 5 straight weeks of outflows in a row for the first time since March 2025. Pretty much just under 12 months since this has happened. But US spot Bitcoin recorded $316 million in outflows during the holiday shortened President trading week. That was last week. The result extends the fund's weekly outflow streak to 5 consecutive weeks, the longest, as I said, since March 2025. Spot Ether ETFs also posted their 5th straight week of net outflows, shedding approximately 123 million. Looks like the ETF buyers are also selling in alignment with Vitalik. But really surprisingly, Craig, Solana and XRP ETFs continue to buck the trend with modest net inflows of $14 million into Solana and 2 million, or just shy of 2 million, into XRP. People are buying altcoins, Craig. What are they doing? Is this a tech play? Is this because Bitcoin's at a good value and they see XRP and Solana are really good values because they're down like 80%, 60, 70% from their highs? Talk to me, Craig. Why would someone be buying Solana and XRP? Is it a new shiny product because people have seen the ETFs of BTC and ETH for a while and they're like, hold on, I've heard about Solana, I've heard about meme coins, maybe I should buy that one? What do you think is the reason for people not buying ETH and BTC and rather buying XRP and Solana?
Oh, yeah, man, that's a weird one to me. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, obviously they think it's undervalued. Possibly is true. I don't know about now. I just don't, I don't trust ETF inflows and outflows at all.
No.
Oh man, I don't know, dude. That sounds retarded to me, personally. I think Sol goes lower. I think XRP goes lower. There has been, I think there was some news about XRP recently, but I don't really pay much mind to the XRP news because there's so much like
rubbish. Well, XRP is one of the strongest communities across social media, on TikTok, on YouTube. It's crazy. But the chart, yeah, look, you're still very much in a corrective wave here on the monthly. Arguably, I think this definitely comes down to the 70 cent mark, which is still like a 50% from here. Yeah, 50% drawdown. So interesting times. Yeah, retail, which is ETFs, doing an interesting sort of trade right now. I would also argue that Solana still has a long way to go. I mean, like when you zoom out on a high time frame, Craig, this chart does not look good. This does not look good. Like it's broken a key level here that it held for a long time. So it needs to come. It looks like it'll retest 39, 40, potentially 32. I do think, again, best case scenario probably comes into like 50s. Worst case scenario probably comes into the low 30s, I would say. Is again, high time frame analysis. This isn't going to happen just in the next few days, guys. It's going to happen over the next few months, okay? It takes time. Bear market accumulation, bear market lows take a long time. They aren't just V-shaped recoveries. They aren't just quick dump and then pump, guys. They take a long, long time. So do be patient there. Next topic, Craig, is spot. Will Bitcoin whale deposit continue to grow? Now, we've been tracking the 100+ Bitcoin wallets for a while, and they have been growing at the fastest rate since 2014. This also from Crypto Quant comes out and says that the large Bitcoin holders are now driving most of the exchange deposits, with the exchange whale ratio rising to 0.64, the highest level since 2015. Like I said, you can track this in multiple ways, suggesting whales are leading the selling activity, Craig, not the buying activity, but the selling activity. It looks as though old money, so old Bitcoin accumulators from pre-17 days, okay, from pre-2015 days, okay, are selling. And who's buying? MicroStrategy, Tom Lee, governments, huge hedge funds and foundations. The transfer of wealth from old Bitcoin wallets and arguably probably whales who are individuals into new funds, into countries, into governments is a very interesting meta, Craig, in itself. So stablecoin inflow has also dropped sharply, with a daily net flow into exchanges falling from a high of 616 million on November down to just 27 million on Friday. That is astronomical. That's like a 90% drop in stablecoin inflows. That shows you how many people are not interested in crypto right now. We have many months to go in this bear market.
What a great segment. Wow. But no, I agree with you. Just to put a bullish twist on it, I think that transfer of hands is so bullish, dude. Like, we had a look at, I think, last week, and the people with 1,000 Bitcoin or more, 100, sorry, knock a zero off. They were accumulating at a record rate since, I think, what did you say? Was it since
2014? Yeah, since this period here. Yeah, this period here in when was this? Yeah, from 2014 through to 2017, we saw huge spikes. So basically 14,000 wallets all the way up to 18,000 wallets. So that's 4,000. So that's like a 40% increase, right? And we have not seen it, like, ever since then. We went down until literally October 2024. So basically the meme coin super cycle is when we saw then a huge increase in funds, in governments, in countries, in ETFs buying a lot of Bitcoin. And as you can see here, it has gone up very, very aggressively. And addresses are up now at 19,000, nearly 20,000 addresses with 100+ Bitcoin on chain, up from 16,000. So yet another 20% increase in just the past 2 years, Craig. I agree it's bullish. I actually kind of agree, because at the end of the day, Craig, who's going to be more bullish for a Bitcoin crypto narrative? One whale holder or a bunch of whale holders from 2014 to 2017, or governments, countries, funds, literally telling the world in news events every single day that they are buying a shit ton of Bitcoin? Which is more bullish? Definitely the latter.
Yes. Yes. I was watching a TV show recently called On the Spectrum with people, and one guy goes, yes. God, that show's funny.
Banger. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's so funny. The guy who wears the armor, bro. Like,
yeah. So good.
Shout out to the Spectrum. Bro, I like seeing this, and seeing that go up so aggressively man, it makes me think, geez, you want to hold Bitcoin, dude.
You want to, yeah.
Like it's. I mean, I wasn't around back in the days of like banks starting up, or I don't even want to say banks, but gold perhaps. Like back, right? When you had an opportunity to perhaps get some of this stuff at pretty cheap before like banks had to hold it and things like that. Are we seeing something like that happening now, where the average Joe still has an opportunity to acquire something that these very, 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 very wealthy individuals, institutions want? I mean, looking at that chart, that tells me they want lots of it.
Yeah.
Why do they want it?
A hedge.
Yep.
Allocation, diversification.
Like I just think if you can follow the big money, that's probably who you want to follow. And I guess, for the Bitcoin whales out there that perhaps at 100 less than 100, 10, I think there was statistics that showed 10 or more Bitcoin, they went down. Maybe they're just taking profits, right? And some of those whales might have held for a long time, dude. Maybe they've been holding a decade and they're up 50x, 30x.
Well, like 10 Bitcoin back.
Yeah,
10 Bitcoin when I joined crypto in 2016 was only like 30 grand. It wasn't even a lot. Like it was less than that. If Bitcoin was like $500, it's like $5 grand. Like it wouldn't have been a lot of money.
Millions.
Yeah, millions.
And life's getting more expensive now as well. So perhaps some whales, you don't even have to, I suppose, you don't have to be a giga whale to have 10 Bitcoin. That's probably more normal people as well, got in early. Maybe they're looking at the state of the world and going, I need some cash, man. Like good time to have cash too.
Yes.
So, maybe they're diversifying into property. You wouldn't know, but I like seeing the big institutions load up, dude. It makes me think, geez, I need to hold some of this yellow digital gold because I think it's going to pop. I don't know. It's cyclic. So far, we've seen it cyclic. So probably towards the end of the year, we might see a bottom form and we hit up. Could be 2 years, could be 3, but that's good signs. If those giga wallets were selling, then maybe you could start to go, oh, shucks. But I've still got pretty good conviction in it, man. It would take a lot to shake me out, to be honest.
I mean, Bitcoin addresses with 1,000 Bitcoin has not really gone anywhere since 2023. So that shows you that they're not really selling either. So that's a good sign. So that's only 2,000 wallets have that much. So always good to compare different status quos. If we have a look here, Bitcoin now, we did touch on this briefly previously, but the alignment and the coefficient of alignment between software ETFs and software stocks and companies and Bitcoin is incredibly high. If we have a look here, does it actually go into it? No, it doesn't specifically say, but if we watch, this is the iShares Expanded Tech Software Sector ETF. Craig, that is about as tight as you get in terms of correlation. My question to you is, as AI continues to emerge, which is very much the hot topic of CT, and I would argue not really the hot topic outside of outside of CT. Sure, AI is being used all around the world, but this whole Mac Mini trash is like such a marketing scheme. But anyway, I mean, yeah, Alex Finn probably is getting referrals from Apple. Anyways, I'm just kidding. What I'm saying here is this alignment can't be underestimated. Now, does crypto then mature as software really does potentially struggle heading into the AI emergence of disruption of software companies, Craig? Or does this continue if AI impacts softwares and crypto or Bitcoin specifically is deemed software? What do you think here?
I think that would show me that perhaps Bitcoin is deemed a software or moves similar to software, which is interesting. And I guess you could kind of call it that. Ethereum as well. And obviously AI will disrupt software. But I think a lot of this AI stuff at the moment, I think you've got a lot of people making money on talking about it versus actually creating with it. I've yet to see someone come out and have made something with these Mac Minis that actually generates them an income versus just talking about it and generating an income. So teachers teach rather than do. That's the example there. So Mr. Alex, that's probably you there, brother. And he did get a He did get a Mac Mini for free from Apple, by the way.
Did he actually?
Yeah,
No way, bro.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah,
There you go.
from memory, it's him or someone else, but I think it was him. I think he said kindly they gave him an extra one. So,
okay.
So I think that probably, yeah. So no, I'm not rushing out to get a Mac Mini to do some coding to. What am I going to create with it anyway, dude? What am I going to make? Like, I'm just going to trade and make money that way. Good luck out there if you want to spend thousands on automating your diary and having an assistant for yourself. I don't know if that's worth the money, dude. There was someone the other day saying you could do all this without buying all that and spending a couple
Yeah, well,
$100.
I mean, ChatGPT and other AI agents have agents inbuilt into them that you probably don't have to spend all this money to build. They might not be at the same depth of vibe coding. Yeah, his life has changed. Yeah, dude, Ben, that's such a good comment. Hold on, let me pull it up. Alex Finn's life has changed 439 times in just the past month.
Alex, he's about as good as it gets, for sure.
Like, I put on him. He's a good guy. Like, he is a good guy. I have a lot of respect for him. He just knows how to run CT. He knows how to run YouTube algorithms.
Of CT at the moment.
He's bro. He's studied the code for years. He ran up an account as an NFT guy. Like, he gets it. He gets it at a level that you and me probably will never even get to or get a portion of, right?
He's the guy.
He knows how to manipulate attention that's in a pro way, okay, on a trending topic, right? And continue to grow as that company and create companies off that and blah, blah, blah. So, look, yeah, like, I have respect for him. I think he's done really well considering where I first connected with him way back in, I don't even remember when that was, when I started.
NFT King, was that his name? NFT King?
NFT God.
NFT God. Yeah, that's when I used to connect with him as well. Years ago, 2-3 years ago, probably.
Yeah, late 22, early 23, I think is when I first met him.
And he came up good. Like, I'm the same, even though I'm giving him a hard time. His ability to convert attention into money is GOAT. He's the GOAT. Yeah. People would probably put Thread Guy in that category as well. Alex, for me, is number one. Yeah. He is phenomenal. Yeah. His content's great. He's got he's an example probably of someone who's got his finger on the pulse.
Yeah,
quite well.
I would say Nick is close to that in a sense too. Yeah,
those three probably sit in that sort of stratosphere, and they're very good at what they do.
Yeah.
They just make me laugh sometimes. Like,
they do.
Not really traders, are they? Though.
No.
Although Nick maybe Nick sort of falls in between.
Loosely, let's call Nick loosely a trader. Yeah.
Yes.
Two last topics. Goldman Sachs, Franklin Templeton, and Nicki Minaj. Random Nicki Minaj. Inside Trump's surreal Mar-a-Lago crypto summit. Okay. So crypto real estate politics collided at Trump's Mar-a-Lago club as insiders debated tokenization and regulation. So really interesting. You've got juggernauts here. You've got CZ was there. Goldman Sachs was there. So David Solomon, FIFA president Gianni. Like, what? Rapper Nicki Minaj underscored the event, which is crazy to think. But the power, it's all about power. It's all about wealth, Craig. We will never get to this level. It's more about how can we trade in amongst these things that are occurring. So
they're your top tier coals, aren't they? Right there.
Yeah, these are top tier coals. Yeah.
These are your calls. So this is what we're talking about in the meme coin circuit, but at a like giga level. I mean, obviously Nicki Minaj is there to get to a certain sector of the demographic that Trump can't get. He's smart, dude.
Oh, he's so smart.
Very smart. People laugh about him, but the one thing he's not stupid. He comes across stupid. I think sometimes he might play into it.
Yeah.
But you don't get to where he is by being crazy. That just doesn't happen. I like this stuff. I just hope it benefits us.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't normally benefit us, but maybe we can get the coattails of things. Real estate, that caught my eye though. Trump's obviously very big into real estate, so I would love him to marry crypto and real estate in an intimate. Yeah, I like that word there too, dude. I like this. I don't mind it. I don't know if we will reap the rewards, but I wonder if they were talking about the Clarity Act and trying to smooth out, like Goldman Sachs was there. So that's one of the people that he'd have to satisfy with his crypto act, I think would be them. So, but I don't know if Nicki Minaj would be much use at something like that, but maybe that's just a headline. I don't know, bro.
Or was she the
your
entertainer? Yeah, we don't know. We don't know.
Maybe she was there to sing, to rap. What are your thoughts on this, though? I'd like to know what you think about it. I don't know why the FIFA president's there. That's a curveball.
It just seems like a really like one of those parties that you only ever hear about in movies, like where it's just like you walk in and it's like just the top of each different sort of thing, right? The banking world, the crypto world, the president, the bloody media, the bloody celebrity world, like you can't. The conversations are like you just can't even fathom what.
Imagine the handshakes happening there, dude. Like imagine I don't even think I could. I know I wouldn't even be able to handle a party like that, because imagine shaking those people's hands. What would even be the first words you'd even say?
Well,
hi, I'm Craig. I run a stream.
Yeah, hey, can you come sponsor us? Just give us, even if it's like just, I don't know, $5,000 a month. Thanks.
They'd be like, get out of here.
That'd be pennies to them. All right, last topic of the day. OpenSea. Now we obviously heard last week that they have the last wave, potentially wave 6, lasting 36 days. I just wanted to touch on volume here, Craig. Has not gone anywhere, and if anything has been down only, except for the last couple of weeks due to this little NFT pump that we have seen of these new mints that have done really well, like we touched on at the start of the show. Do you think OpenSea launches their TG on March 31? They've previously advertised it. Do you think they launch it, or do you think they delay it? What do you think?
Launch.
They have to, surely.
I only say that because of the words you just used. They have to, and the reason why they have to is because the brand damage that will occur if they don't will be severe. Because they're the ones that said Q1, aren't they? Yes. They announced Q1 at launches.
Yes.
It's, you can't lie to customers after you milk them for a year.
Yeah, they did milk us. They've milked me dry. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I would assume they have to launch. If they don't launch, wow, the FUD will be crazy.
I'll be there with the cat going,
it'd be very warranted, in my opinion, as well. So, look, outside that, there's not much other topics to discuss today. Market is red still across the board. I still think a lot of altcoins and meme coins have a long way to go. I put a tweet up over the weekend about Pengu.
I like that one.
I said, look, this is how bottom forms. It could take even longer than this. Like this, I mean, this is generous, like end of 26. Like, so it could take even longer than this. Like it could be way out here before we even
run 27.
Yeah, it could be something like this, right? So people need to understand that bear markets, it takes a long time. And that's why you take advantage of some of these like cool little cheap NFT mints or little waves of trends, because that's how you make money. You always trade the trends, take profit, move on to the next one. That's the best traders in crypto realize that, and they capitalize that. And that's what we do inside GTG. We shared that. We're like inside the GTG community. I shared it at $50, and we managed to see a few people in there. So love to see it. So I do think a lot of these tokens still have a long way to go. I mean, I haven't even looked at some of these meme coins for a while. Just shows you, but like Farcoin making new all-time lows right now.
There's no excitement. There's no vibe. It's bag. Unfortunately, with meme coins that have been underwater for so long, and altcoins, is the community can get quite toxic. And every pump you have, there's going to be people in that coin waiting to get out because they're underwater and they're dying and they're so bored. So every relief rally just gets, I mean, look at those wicks to the downside. Smack down. No thanks.
So many of these charts, so many of these charts look so bearish. Like, I mean, Tau will be an interesting one with the AI narrative, but look, a lot of people like even some people in GTG, they're like, I'm buying altcoins now. I'm like, no, I'm like, okay, I'm not disrespecting you, but you're a fucking idiot in my opinion. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not buying any altcoins here. Literally not even Hyperliquid. I bought a tiny amount of Hyperliquid, like $1,000. That was literally it, because I do like that long term. But I think these all have so much lower to go, like time to go. Months and months. Like we'll be here in June, still probably talking around. Hey guys, we're getting close. I think, to where we might start to see bottoms start to form. We might even have months and weeks of price action where it shows you, okay, well, it's a clear range. That's what I'm ready to allocate. Buy here, step away, come back in 2 years' time, retire, and say goodbye. No, just kidding. I don't know if I'll ever retire, but I'd love to make enough money that I'm out of debt with this new house. That would be helpful.
That's my dream. I'd love to get to the point where, you'd love to get to the point of the stream where you don't actually have to do the stream. Although you and I don't actually have to do this, to be perfectly honest.
No, we actually don't. Yeah.
But I enjoy it. So I guess that's probably why you and me come across the way we do, because I sincerely love the space, and I know you do too. It's not just, oh my God, I've got to turn up to work today. It's not, it's sometimes when I have days like that, I remind myself what I could be doing, bro. And I'm like, this is great. This is amazing. Times are tough at the moment. But in any job, in any industry, there's times where the job is hard, and and to get to the other side, you either quit, or you don't actually get to the other side if you quit, by the way, or you keep working. So no, just to touch on altcoins, I would rather buy them at a sign of a bottom or a rounded bottom and reversal and sacrifice 20%. Than trying to time the bottom because I want the premium price. Oh, sorry, the discounted price, not the premium. I'm quite happy to buy these at the sign of reversal and give away 20, 30% of the gain. No problem. Because to buy it now and hope it's bottomed, you could see 40, 50% downside still.
Easily.
I mean, I hope we're wrong, bro. I really hope people clip us and in 3 months' time.
We're not wrong. I'm sorry. I'll take the counter. I'll take the counter trade. We're not wrong. I've been doing this shit for nearly a decade now. I've been looking at tens of thousands of charts for so long. Time is the hardest thing for people to comprehend, and that's why we're here to educate you guys about it. Okay, we give it to you real, unlike so many of those bullish labs on the timeline, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, who just sell you this narrative that price can only go up. Oh, Pengu's going to hit new all-time highs in the next 6 months. Like, shut up. You couldn't be more wrong. Block that person and follow people like us, because it's rare to get actual realistic analysis, whether it's bullish, whether it's bearish. We give you reasons for it. We give it unbiased. We give it unemotionally. Maybe a little bit of emotion in there because we need to give it a bit of emotion, but we give it to you in the way that is presentable, digestible, and education-based, right? So as you can see here for Link, like Link is already at its 2023 bear market lows, Craig. That is how bottom is formed traditionally in a bear market, okay? And that is what I'm looking to buy, okay? Will this be the bottom for Link? Who knows? Its bottom could be way down here. We don't know. We don't know, right? So look, if you got a long enough horizon to buy, sure. If you're buying here with the plan to sell this in 2029, maybe it's not a bad bet. But for me, who's an active trader, who has his finger on the pulse, who knows how to read these markets, I'm not touching any altcoins till Q3, probably, in my opinion. That's when I start to be like, okay, well, price should show me at least maybe late Q2, depends on what Bitcoin and majors do. I have actually de-risked a little bit more of my Bitcoin as of this morning, Craig, where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put some lower bids lower. I'm happy to swing trade outside that. But for spot, I'm like, no, I've got too much in where I like it right now. For me, I want to make sure that I keep it smart, keep it lower, increase my bids lower. And if they hit, they hit. If they don't, they don't, right? And I can always swing trade later on. Like, I know my ability and my success over the last 3 years gives me the confidence that I'll be able to nail it again in the next 3 years, right? So it's just, hopefully there's enough opportunity. That's the worry. Hopefully there's enough opportunities to take advantage on chain in the coming years, Craig. That's the only worry, is that crypto shits the bed or CT shits. I don't know. Like, you never know what can happen, but I do think that there'll be plenty of time for us to get into altcoins later this year.
I wanted to point out as well, Greeny, just how long that sideways crab went in that channel at the bottom. Went from probably from June. I mean, how long's that?
Over a year and a half. Yeah.
So I'm just trying to illustrate your point there, or highlight it, how long. It's not price, it's time. Exactly. Time is going to rinse people now, man. I promise you, no, I promise you, I'm going to take that word back. I can't promise this. But guys, I would tune into us, because this is how you guys, hopefully, and us, will find bottoms. And we will tell you on the show. We're not going to gatekeep, and we're not going to buy, and then when it's up 10x, go, hey guys, look, you should have followed our call. We will call on stream live when we think bottoms are forming, and we will show you why. We will show you why. And it's going to be that chart formation right there that what I want the viewers to maybe take away from this is imprint that in their brain, what a bottom looks like. That's what a bottom looks like. So I'm actually waiting for when the bottom falls, and you see that candle that pumps and breaks above that top red line Greeny's got there. That's what I'm waiting for, confirmation. And that's why I said I don't mind missing the bottom. I don't mind not buying it at $5. I'm buying it at $8.60 with confirmation. No problem, because it went from $8.60 to $25, dude. I don't mind losing 30% there.
Like
it's fine.
buying there, exactly. Like buying here is a much easier trade than buying anywhere over here. Okay.
Because the thing is, if you buy in that channel, you have to survive. Like, say you bought there at $8.60 at the top of the range, and you bought in July 22. You had to hold to like August, September of 23. Do you have the fortitude, the conviction to hold for a year and a half at the same price? Not many can, bro. Not many can. I've seen it time and time again. Better to buy confirmation than to think you can hold in that range. It's not so nice. It's boring. You get down about it. You'll go, oh, it's on. No, it's not. Oh, it's on. No, it's not. And you do that 10 times, you lose conviction. So I'm going to buy confirmations of breakouts. And the other thing I want to point out just quickly before we go is not every altcoin will break out the range and send to a new time. So don't think just buying the bottom of a range means success either. So I just want to put that disclaimer in there. Some won't, bro. Some won't. Some will die.
Exactly. Like you might get a trade out of it, but like here's a great example, right? This is DOT, right?
Low death.
Okay, this is DOT. Now this is its range. If we look at this, so late 2022 to like this is what I mean. It made new lower lows. It went nowhere, right? So look, if you're accumulating in here, you might have got a 2x. Okay, eventually broke out, really? but again, it's lost its key levels of this cycle. Like this is what I mean though. So for me, like you can't, like you need to still have your finger on the pulse. Okay, look into why something could fundamentally be bullish. Okay, this is technical, and I always say this too inside GTG. Like, find a balance of technical and fundamental understanding, and that is how you win inside crypto. That's how you win.
Totally agree. So yeah, totally agree. So that's the main disclaimer: is don't think because we're talking about bottoms and alts that you can apply this process to all alts, and that's probably where part of the skill comes in. And Greeny just hit the nail on the head, and that's why we did so well on our Ray trade. It was the technical combined with the fundamental. You marry the two together, and then you've got a pretty good catalyst for ascend. Lo and behold, bang, it did it. I'm not saying everything will do that. Greeny and I are going to get things wrong, but man, you get into a 30x trade, you can probably afford to get 3 others wrong, and you're still going to be in the green. Yeah. So, excuse the pun, you can still be in the greenie. So, great show, dude. That was a really good show. Hopefully people got a lot out of that. A lot of good points there. NFTs, altcoins, meme coins, bottoms forming. That's the stuff where, guys, it's going to actually make you money. And take the lessons from, and the good thing is the lessons from today, you can apply to every chart of every asset of everything in the world. That's what's so powerful. You can actually take our lessons and not even trade the coins we're talking about, trade other ones. That's what's so powerful about these things. That's why I love the fact I'm getting into perps trading now, is because once you learn these lessons, I mean, you've almost got an ATM if you do it well.
Well, it's a way to make money, exactly. And
even if COVID comes back, if COVID comes back, bro, I'll be sitting on here like a nerd, perps trading, brother. Like
it's unemotional, it's unbiased, it's consistent, it compounds over time, and you can trade it in all market conditions. And that's why we spend so much time inside GTG really educating around that, because that's what you want. You want a skill that you can use if your time, if you lack time because you work a 9 to 5, then that's exactly what you want, right? So yeah, no, great show, Craig. Thanks for hanging in, guys. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us today. We'll be back again live tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard, 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Craig, have a lovely day, mate.
Thanks, Granny. Cheers, everyone, for pulling up, and we'll see